Have you ever interviewed someone whom you thought was the perfect fit for your unit, and then 2 months later, she turned out to be the wicked witch? Now you have employees in your office sometimes crying because of how she treats them. What happened? In this episode of Coffee and Conversations about nurse bullying, I'll share a few simple strategies to help you avoid hiring a bully. Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Thompson, the CEO of the Healthy Workforce Institute. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations about nurse bullying. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how not to hire a bully. You know, as a nurse manager many years ago, I interviewed a lot of people. It was actually during one of the most profound nursing shortages. And I will tell you the temptation was to really hire anyone who had an active license and who breathed. However, my interviewing skills were not the best. It was so easy to bamboozle me during an interview because I see the good in people, and I think everybody is so nice. I hired people whom I thought were amazing, who turned out to be Attila the Hun reincarnated. Knowing how important it is to hire the right person, I finally got smart, and I adopted a new interviewing strategy to make sure I wasn't hiring a bully. First, utilize behavioral interviewing techniques. You know, behavioral interviewing allows you to assess how well someone has performed in the past so that you can determine if they will fit well within your organization. So if you want to avoid hiring a bully, asking behavioral-based questions is essential. Here are just a few questions you can ask. All right, tell me what kind of people you find difficult to work with. Or you could ask, give me an example of a conflict at work and how you handled it. Maybe describe a stressful situation and how you handled that. You know, there's so many other tips on how to do a behavioral interview. Make sure you look them up. Second, ask your staff to interview the candidate as a group. You see, some people can totally ace the behavioral questions. They know the right language, may have pre-planned and even rehearsed the right answers to the most common behavioral type questions. However, your staff hasn't been trained in these techniques and may be able to catch them off guard by asking questions they hadn't anticipated. And the beauty of asking your staff to interview the potential hire, you're tapping into the collective power of others who may ultimately be better than you at interviewing. And as a bonus, your staff may feel more involved in the process and will make sure this person is a good fit. Third, insist that they shadow at least 4 hours with someone on your unit. You know, when you meet someone, you're not actually meeting who they really are. You're meeting their representative. However, if left to spend a few hours, or if you can, an entire shift with frontline staff, they will unravel, perhaps just a bit, but it's enough to get a glimpse into their true personality. One manager shared that she had a male interviewee spend time with another male nurse. This candidate aced the interview, was well educated and extremely polite. The manager was a woman. After spending a few hours with her nurse, he began to unravel. Twice he made a comment about these hot young nurses. He once walked out of a patient's room to find the nursing assistant to put a patient on a bedpan, and when asked said, well, isn't that their job? And then he occasionally dropped the F-bomb in the break room. Do you think the manager hired him? Not a chance. But she would not have known this unless she insisted that he shadow. By asking your interviewee to shadow with one of your high-performing employees, he or she can observe for any signs of rudeness or incivility. You know, when I adopted this strategy, I finally started hiring really good people, and I avoided hiring the bad. You know, it's so funny. I interviewed someone for a nursing assistant position, and right from the beginning, I didn't think she was a good fit. I don't know, she just seemed to be very apathetic, not very articulate, and I just didn't get a good vibe from her. But knowing that I didn't want to rely on my own opinion, I went through the process of a staff interview and a shadow. My staff loved her, so I hired her, and she turned out to be the best, most competent, compassionate, committed person on my entire team. I'm telling you, the strategy works. Spend more time up front, making sure you bring in the right people so that you can avoid hiring the wrong ones. Remember, once you get them in, it's hard to get them out. All right. Are there any tactics that you use? If so, please post them in the comment section below. I would love for you to share. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you know what, share it with others. And if you really want to go down the rabbit hole of workplace bullying and incivility, just go to my website, www.healthyworkforceinstitute.com, for more resources. Until our next conversation, be kind, take care, and stay connected.